Hello friends, in this video we are going to see how we can import the marks from Google Sheet and send the mark to students individually in Google Classroom. So first of all, we need to go to the Google account and log in. So here let me give my credentials. So we need to go to the Google Classroom. Let's say for the demonstration purpose I am using a uh, example classroom. So let's say this is the classroom having students enrolled. So first of all I need to go to a classwork and create a classwork. Here preferably I will go for any type of assignment. I'll choose quiz assignment, and here let's say I will give the name as internal marks, and we have to close this blank quiz form, and just here we have to click on assign. So we can see now the internal mark has been assigned. Here go to view instructions and student works. Here in this tab student work. So now we can see there are 4 students and their mark is not yet given or allotted. So what we can do, we need to download this as a CSV file. For that I need to, let's say, see the grade. I have not yet given the grade. So here we can do one thing. On this gear icon we can download these grades as CSV. So download this. So this will create a template. The purpose of doing this step is creating a template like a list of students. So here we can see that the file has been downloaded. So we'll click on this. It will open in my Excel, and you can see here the first column is last name, second column is first name, then followed by email ID, then grades. So then assignment status and comments. So let us so we can save it as, so here there is a prompt. You can save it, or else I would recommend you just copy the first 4 column which is of our interest: last name, first name, email ID and grade. So here there is a simple modification that we need to do, that first name should come in the first column followed by the last name. So we have to actually arrange this in a, so we have to modify this table. First of all, these 2 column I am delete. Then I will just click on this email ID column and insert. So it is asking for what you have to insert. Entire column, you have to select entire column. Okay, so one column has been created. Here we just have to select the first column, Control X, and here you select and Control V. So in this process we have actually made the first name appear first, then the last name, and copy these 4 columns, Control X, and select the first column, Control V. So in this way we have actually modified the column structure a bit. So first appear the first name followed by the last name, then email address, then the grade. So here what we have to do, we have to insert the grade that I want to give to the students, which I want the students to view it. So let's say internal mark. So here I am giving out of 50 marks, let's say So let's say the first student has secured 34, next student has secured 42, and followed by something around 27, and then the last one, let's say 47, for an example. So we have to allot the grades in this column student wise. So this is the data preparation. This step, prepare the data. Then after this, I need to go back to my browser. And here I will open a new tab. Here you have to write the something. You have to type something here called grade assistant. Grade assistant. So we have to Google grade assistant. So a grading assistant, this comes. We can just simply click on that, grading assistant, and here it is prompting to install the Chrome extension. Now let me clear one thing here. This step will work in only Google Chrome browser. This will not work in any other browser. So this method will work in Google Chrome only browser. So what we can do, install Chrome extension. We have to click on that. So it is asking me for the credential. So what we can do, we can just simply continue with Google, because we have already logged in with our organizational account. So we can just click on continue with Google. Okay, so it is telling me that let me so it is telling that it's a trial version, and as I have already used it, it is telling me the status of my use. So for the first time user, you'll get it add to the Chrome extension. So Chrome extension, we need to install this. So here it is telling me grading assistant, get transfer tool, add to Chrome. So after this, it is prompting me to add the extension. Now the extension has been added. So grading assistant, grade transfer tool has been added to your Chrome. Then you can see that the grading assistant is popular in so many platforms. Then just continue. And here this is just a demonstration or the tutorial kind of video. So just skip the step. Okay, now what we have to do, that here there is a icon in the Google Chrome called extension, this one, like a puzzle. So just finish this and just close this window, and also you can close this. Now this puzzle window, this extension icon in the Google Chrome, just click it, and here the grading assistant which we have just now installed, that we have to pin it. So there is an icon here called pin icon. We have to click on this pin icon. So once we have pinned it, this particular extension has been added to our Google Chrome. This green color icon, this is the grading assistant. So now what we have to do, we will go back to our original Google. This is our Google email, Gmail, and there is a tab called Google Apps. Here we have to go to Sheets. This creates a Google Sheet. So here in the Google Sheet, I have to create a new sheet. So we can go to the bottom right corner here, and we have to just create a new spreadsheet. Now what we have to do, the data that we have prepared in the Excel, I think we remember the Excel that we have prepared the data, we just have to copy this. Okay, so Control C, we have copied it, and we'll go to our Google spreadsheet and just paste it here. So we have actually taken the data from our Excel and we have pasted in our Google spreadsheet. Let me give the name as internal marks. Okay. So internal marks is the Google Sheet that I have created by importing the data from the Excel that we have created. Then just click on these, select all these columns and rows, all the data that we are having, and Control C. After selecting all the rows and columns where our data is present, we have to press Control C in order to copy it. Then go to the green color icon in the add extension, and here you can see that paste from clipboard, there is an icon. After clicking on this green color extension, grading assistant extension, which we have installed previously, we have to click on this paste from clipboard. So now it is showing me the data that we are going to import from this Google Sheet. So it is telling, okay, looks good, means our first name, last name and the grade is okay. If it is fine, then looks good means you give the confirmation, looks good. Now go to our, this is our Google Classroom. In the Google Classroom, we can see a transfer grades button which has appeared after installation of that grading assistant. So transfer grade, there is a menu here called transfer grades. So click on that. So now it is prompting me, grading assistant is prompting me to fill the data. So I'll just click on fill the data. Okay. So here we can see that there is some kind of one data is not filled. So one Biswas data is not filled. So what we can do in this kind, if there is some error like this, we can clear the data and we can go to our sheet again and then select only the data, not the first row, and Control C again. Then repeat the step, paste from clipboard. That is showing me the data, looks good. Then going back to the menu, delete all the data that is already imported. Okay, then fill the data. Now you can see that all the data is successfully filled. So in case of any error, this is the method how to debug it. So data is successfully filled, all the data is now, all the internal marks have been successfully imported to Google Classroom. Now what we can do, we can go to all students. There is a checkbox here, all students. After clicking on this, we can return. There is a button here called return. So if you return this, the mark will be returned to the students. Now here, this is a 100-point scale. As I have told, this is a 50-point scale. So what we can do is, in this, we can edit this work and this point should be 50. So this will be 50. Points would be 50. Save. Update. So now we can see that the out of 50 we have graded, out of 50 34, out of 50 42, out of 50 27, out of 50 47. So this is the internal marks of these students. Now after successfully getting the marks imported to Google Classroom, now we can leverage the advantage of Google Classroom and we can select all student return. If you click on this return, this mark will be displayed to student. Or else there is another better method, email selected student. That means all these marks will be individually emailed to students. So there is a button here. If you press on this email to students, it will open a new window and this will create a Gmail internal marks. So this will actually mail the links where students can access individually the marks, and the better way to send it is return. If you click on return, it will send these marks back to the student can view it. So thank you for watching this video. I hope this will help. Thank you.